2 years ago, I got a bad evaluation from one of my students as a professor. Now, thank God it was only one bad evaluation out of the 10 or so students I had that time, but it was a very good learning experience. What had happened was that I had office hours every day just before class. If I remember correctly, the class was from 6 to 9 p.m., and between 5 and 6, I would hold the office hours. And I was also working at a tutoring center, and I was rushing to get between the center and my office at the university, and I had prepared a bag of popcorn. I was just about to dig in when the student showed up early, and I got very irritable because I was all anticipatory about getting into my popcorn. I try to not have that problem nowadays. Even to this day, I still have a hard time putting down food when I'm getting ready to eat. It's like my mouth has already kind of shaped itself into the food, and it's just weird. It's hard to describe the feeling. I wish I could describe it. I need to get over this problem, though, because it will come up again at some point. And I could have told the student, my office hour begins in 20 minutes. Could you come back? I didn't even have to give an explanation. I should have said that. I didn't. I started with the student, and I realized how irritable I was. And I got very anxious to get the student out the door. I was rushing to answer him. The answers weren't making a whole lot of sense. And the student, he looked at me and said, I'm going to drop the course. How do I do that? And I asked him, well, what's wrong with the course? And he said that, Andrew, I drove 45 minutes in traffic to come see you, and I still can't set up my homework. It's already the second day. It's only the second day of the course. I'm already having complications. I need to drop the course. And you see, now it's too late to say anything, right? Even though there might have been still 10 minutes before the office hours, at this point, if I said, could you come back in 10 minutes, it might not have sounded correctly, right? And it made me realize that if you don't set firm boundaries, other people are going to set them for you. And aside from the eating disorder problem that I learned from that, I've learned to set very firm boundaries. So right now, I'm doing a lot of the tutoring over Zoom. And I have this one student who loves to multitask, and he thinks he's getting away with it. It's very clear he's not from his results. And he turns off his camera. Most of my students aren't shy about turning on their webcams during tutoring. I've never seen, very rarely do I see his face. At first I thought maybe he has something in his room he can't show you, but then I realized why he's doing that. He loves to multitask. I hear him typing away. I can hear his thought process as he's answering me on something. I know his mind is, half of his mind is somewhere else. And I insist on him not doing that. So sometimes he's composing something on his computer. I hear him typing away, or he's eating something, and he doesn't feel he's being distracted. And I say, I tell him, how about you just do these two problems without munching? And I want you to. There's something new in these two problems. I want you to focus on them. And he does them because he thinks it's only 5 minutes. And then after the 5 minutes are up, I say, see how much better that was? And he gets it now. Hopefully he'll get it now. But I learned that if you keep letting things slide, they're going to get worse and worse, and eventually they're going to blow up on you. I learned from my experience that if you don't set boundaries, the boundaries will be set by the other people involved in the situation, and usually not to your benefit.